the late winter market returns to Garver Feed Mill. We'll take a look at today's massive turnout. Plus, a local hockey team is mourning the loss of a key player who never stepped foot on the ice. Our Andrew Banstra shares his story up next on News 3 Now at 6. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McKenna Alexander. And our top story this evening, an area hockey team is mourning a man described as the ultimate hockey dad and everyone's best friend after he suddenly died just over a week ago. The next day after his death, his son scored 4 goals, honoring the man so many held close to their heart. Our Andrew Banstra shares how this team is remembering their best teammate.
When it comes to Eric Feinstein, everybody knows one thing. He is the ultimate hockey dad.
And he was the loudest dad in the stands. He had his video camera at every game. He was so proud of his kids.
Let's go! You'd always hear, like, you walk into the rink and he's fired up. Let's go!
Just like this. The man described as larger than life as everybody's best friend died suddenly on December 29th. Eric's 16-year-old son, Caden, played in the Culver's Cup semifinal the next day. He had 4 goals and 3 assists in one game.
It was a very special night under just heartbreaking circumstances.
Eric was a diehard Bears fan, and he would be so mad at me, but it was a Brett Favre moment. It was like when Brett Favre came out, played the game after his dad passed away. I think Eric was there.
At that game and at Eric's 13-year-old son Carson's game the next day, bitter rivals came together for something bigger than sports. For a man bigger than life.
And all the families were here. And the Memorial team and WISC team came together, and everyone had green on. We had a mom from Memorial handing out Spartan sweatshirts. I put one on. I graduated from WISC, and the only person I would wear one for is Eric.
The entire Memorial and WISC teams came to both Caden and Carson's games in the days following their father's death. Losing someone with so much life is painful, but remembering Eric leaves a smile on your face.
He made everybody feel special. He made everybody feel important. And he laughed with everyone. I don't know a time that I was with him that we didn't laugh.
In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
Memorial and West High Schools do play one more time this year, during which both teams will compete to sell the most cookies, with all proceeds going to the Feinstein family. You can also donate to the GoFundMe set up for them in this web story over on channel3000.com. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast meteorologist, Julian Seawright. Julian, I saw the sun today. It was cold, but at least I saw the sun.
Exactly, McKenna, and that's the thing. We haven't seen a lot of sunshine at all this week, and we've been kind of teasing that for the last couple of days, and we'll finally get to see it. Well, folks, many of us did. Even though some of us were still dealing with some of that cloud cover, it has been very stubborn on the low scale. Now, as we take a look at that cloud cover, it's still trying to linger for many areas, especially just north of Dane County as we head into the rest of tonight. But any clear skies that we have here in Dane County, or even for Madison itself, well, we're looking for that to start to clear up, or actually start to build more cloud cover as we get into the rest of tonight. Now, we are looking for things to be rather quiet, but we are also going to see cold temperatures heading into the rest of the tonight as well. 22 degrees as of right now. We're going to hang into those lower 20s over the next few hours. And on top of it, we could see some patchy fog developing overnight, and we can't rule out some flurries either. Temperatures for tonight are going to bottom out into the upper teens for Madison and for many areas for like Platteville as well, but lower 20s for Janesville and Monroe as we head into the rest of tonight. Now, we'll plan out the rest of this weekend and what we can expect for next week in just a few moments. Until then, Bessie McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. Well, it is too cold for Saturdays on the Square, which is why the Dane County Farmers Market welcomed hundreds of shoppers to the Garver Feed Mill this morning to enjoy the late winter market. It is the farmers market just indoors. Vendors were happy to see their customers for the first time this year, selling all of your favorites, including honey, cheese, meats, and of course, fresh produce, with many vendors selling out quickly.
Obviously, some things like vegetables that grow in hoop houses or greenhouses, there's just smaller quantities of those. So we definitely saw our veggies sell out, within the first hour or two this morning.
The market returns to the feed mill every Saturday until April 8th. If there's a home improvement project you've been thinking about, you still have tomorrow to check out the Madison Home Expo show. It's a great opportunity to speak with home remodelers, carpenters, and other design professionals to help you make that project a reality. hospitality. Whether you want to add an island in your kitchen or change the landscaping in your front yard, the Expo Show has the professionals there to help answer your questions and get you started. The show wraps up tomorrow at the Monona Terrace Convention Center at the hours from 5 to 8. Tickets cost $5, but anyone under the age of 18 gets in for free. Still ahead tonight on News 3 Now, the newest COVID subvariant has health experts concerned as they're seeing a spike in hospitalizations. A closer look at the data coming up after the break.
Congratulations! It's a new sewing machine from the Electric Needle. It's more accurate than older models and has hassle-free threading. Plus, it comes with free unlimited owner's lessons. Find sewing success at the Electric Needle. Frontage Road off Seminole Highway.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Congratulations! It's a new sewing machine from the Electric Needle. It's more accurate than older models and has hassle-free threading. Plus, it comes with free unlimited owner's lessons. Find sewing success at the Electric Needle. Frontage Road off Seminole Highway.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
In COVID news this evening, scientists are warning a new Omicron subvariant may be the most transmissible one to date. Doctors are urging Americans to protect themselves with the latest booster shot. We now go to Michael George, who's examining the upward trend in hospital admissions from the virus.
A new year and a new COVID subvariant is driving up COVID-19 cases. The World Health Organization is calling XBB.1.5 the most transmissible subvariant detected yet.
It does have a growth advantage above all of the other subvariants so far. We don't have any data on severity yet or on the clinical picture.
New CDC data shows cases, hospitalizations, and deaths are trending upward at a time of year when hospitals are feeling the strain.
Our ER is at full capacity, and so is a hospital with critical care beds.
With about a quarter of Americans living in high COVID-19 counties, the CDC is urging indoor masking in New York, Miami, Boston, and Fort Worth.
So I try to just keep going and do what I need to do to try to stay safe.
Experts say the #1 thing people can do is get that latest booster.
The new bivalent vaccine, this is the new one that we updated in September, does seem to provide a good degree of protection against infection and terrific protection against serious illness.
U.S. officials are also concerned about the growing COVID crisis in China and a lack of information sharing.
One of the things that China is not doing is sharing its genomic surveillance data. Every other country does.
Officials say that withholding makes it harder for the scientific community to spot new variants as they emerge.
The Paxlovid antiviral is believed to be effective against the new subvariant for patients whose doctors recommend that treatment. In more health news tonight, for those who have walking in their regular regimen, it may be the treadmill that can help amp up your fitness routine. Treadmills hold a spot in the top 3 of most popular pieces of equipment at U.S. health clubs. An industry research group reports more than 50 million people were using them in 2017, adding that the treadmill manufacturing industry is growing at a more than 2% clip the past several years. Exercise experts note utilizing the several features of treadmills can help burn those calories a bit faster, such as considering turning up the speed of the treadmill to change your pace. If that's too much, you should try going steeper using the incline feature on your next workout. With fitness experts saying if you're able to do both, interval training is optimum to alternate the intensity of your treadmill workout. In some consumer news, the beauty company L'Oreal has unveiled a device to apply lipstick for people who have limited hand and arm mobility. The device, called Hapta, just rolled out this weekend at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. L'Oreal representatives called this device the world's first handheld computerized makeup applicator to give the user full range of motion. The gadget's technology includes real-time sensors and motion controls with custom attachments to help stabilize and level the lipstick when it's brought closer to the mouth. The user also has the ability to rotate the lipstick tube 360 degrees. L'Oreal is marketing the new technology as just another step toward making beauty more inclusive. And the Mega Millions jackpot has grown to $1.1 billion after no one matched all 6 numbers in Friday's drawing. You may remember back in July, 2 people won the $1.34 billion prize, with officials from the Illinois Lottery saying the winners came forward in September to split that prize. The next drawing is set for Tuesday, January 10th. Still ahead, members of Congress have been sworn in and are set to convene Monday, following California Republican Kevin McCarthy's historic battle for Speaker of the House. Those details coming up after the break. But first, Julian's back with your full First Warn forecast. We'll be right back on News 3 Now at 6.
Have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm gonna gag or I'm gonna go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that's like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you gotta leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just gotta rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
America's House is officially in order as members of Congress are set to convene Monday. It comes after a historic battle for Speaker of the House, with California Republican Kevin McCarthy emerging victorious. Tina Kim has the details.
defend the Constitution.
Members of the House finally sworn in early Saturday after a days-long speaker saga not seen in 160-plus years. Under the rules, the House cannot do any business until the speaker is selected, and it took California Republican Kevin McCarthy 4 days and 15 rounds of voting to get the job he was campaigning for, overcoming intense opposition from a small number of hardline conservatives.
That was easy, huh? I never thought we'd get up here.
The victory came with high drama. On the floor of the House, Congressman Mike Rogers of Alabama, seen in the peach tie, lunged at Florida Representative Matt Gaetz, who had just denied McCarthy the final yes vote he needed to become Speaker in the 14th round. But moments later, Gaetz and the 5 other holdouts changed course, allowing McCarthy to win on the 15th ballot. He later thanked former President Donald Trump for his help.
He was with me from the beginning. Somebody wrote the doubt of whether he was there, and he was all in. He would call me, and he would call others. And he really was, I was just talking to him tonight, helping get those final votes.
But Democrats warned of the cost of McCarthy's compromises to win. Senator Chuck Schumer said Kevin McCarthy's concessions to the extremists in his party make it far more likely that the MAGA Republican-controlled House will cause a government shutdown or a default with devastating consequences to our country. I'm Tina Kim reporting.
President Biden and the First Lady did issue a statement congratulating Kevin McCarthy for winning the speakership. Here in Madison, there's a race sure to stay in the spotlight as April draws closer, and now it's prompted a primary. Scott Kerr, a longtime city employee, has cast his hat into the ring for Madison mayor. He joins incumbent Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and her challenger, former school board president Gloria Reyes. A top priority for him is getting city streets in order.
We had Vision Zero initiatives where we implemented as many things as we could to make pedestrian safety and traffic safety a priority. And now we are tearing out all the measures we put in for that to accommodate the bus rapid transit system.
He says he would take a different approach to the bus rapid transit project and says he'd want to focus more on citizen feedback. He sat down with our Naomi Cole, so you can hear more from him tomorrow on For the Record at 10:30 a.m. right here on News 3 Now. For the second time this winter, Governor Evers has declared an energy emergency. By declaring an emergency, it allows for swift and efficient delivery of heating fuel. Fuel suppliers are provided a 30-day waiver to help them catch up from weather-related delays. It will also allow for out-of-state utility restoration workers to arrive faster. Weeks of severe winter weather has impacted the distribution of residential heating fuel, and the order will help expedite the delivery of these products. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Julian Searight.
Well, things are going to still be as quiet as they have been, but those pesky clouds are still looking to make a return by the time we get into our Sunday and even heading into our later parts of tonight. Here's a time lapse of what we had. Overnights from earlier this morning, we still had a blanket of overcast for us here in Madison, and we finally start to see the sun around noon, closer to the 1 o'clock hour, and then we had a beautiful sunset. Not a whole lot of clouds to the western side of southern Wisconsin, but overall, we were still dealing with that cloud cover, especially as we're getting closer to tonight. Some breaks of it are opening up our skies, but folks, we're still going to be dealing with that until we get into about our Sunday and even heading into next week as well. Now, this is what we're seeing for our upper surface level. As of right now, the surface map is showing we have these high pressure systems, and as they continue to push their way into closer to the Wisconsin area, we're actually going to be looking at a little bit of changes heading into tonight and the overnight. Well, not the clouds are going to be the issue, but we could see some developments of some patchy fog going into our Sunday morning, and we can't rule out a couple of flurries going into Sunday either. The stationary frontal boundary will not really be making too much noise for us, but it is for our friends just south of Illinois as we get into the rest of our Saturday. Now for today, this is what we're seeing for the rest of tonight. Let's go ahead and bring it a little closer to home. Looking ahead, temperatures as of right now, 22 degrees. It's not feeling very comfortable outside, but temperatures overnight are going to slowly fall to the lower 20s. The cloud cover is going to be returning, and on top of it, we are also going to see a few more of those temperatures into the teens into the overnight. Now for this weekend, many of us still haven't gotten our car washed. Well, it's still going to be a good time to do so, especially as we head into Sunday. We're not looking for much in terms of precipitation over the next few days. So adding the wax, we're looking at temperatures above average, which is typically below freezing around this time of year, going into around 33 degrees and even warmer going into next week. It's going to be a good time to add on some wax and on top of it, get the car washed. We're looking for 33 for tomorrow. We're going to see those skies become partly sunny by the time we get into the afternoon, but some AM fog or some flurries are one thing to watch out for as you're heading out the door for your Sunday morning. Temperatures for tomorrow around southern Wisconsin into the lower 30s for many of us. A couple of areas could be into the upper 20s, but overall things are still going to be just rather cold. Now as we take a look at how we're going to see Sunday pan out. Now Sunday morning, this is where we're starting that cloud cover build up for much of us here in Dane County in southern Wisconsin. Some breaks near the Dells, but overall that cloud cover is still going to be rather pesky. May see a couple of flurries once we get into the late morning hours, but then going into the afternoon, we're finally going to see that cloud break once again as we get close to the dinner time hours. Overnight, we will start to see a bit more clearing once again, but then cloud cover will return by the time we get into our Monday morning. So our 3 things we'll need to know. It's not a lot of activity, but here's some few things. We are looking for some clouds and fog going into our morning, potentially some flurries, but it's going to be mild and on top of it dry throughout the next few days. As temperatures around this time of year are supposed to be into the upper 20s. Around 27 degrees is our normal. We're looking at 30s across the board, close to 40 degrees once we get to Monday and through Wednesday. And the only real time we're looking at some activity, McKenna, is once we get to our Wednesday night, Thursday, and our Friday morning for the next few days.
We've had a couple of chilly weeks. I've been talking about how I always like doing a hike at the beginning of the new year, and it's I know how to bundle up, but it's a little, this might be the hiking week. This is a good week. Not too much activity, it seems. Few chances, but above average. Some sunshine.
Hey, I think because you're off on Wednesdays?
Wednesdays and Thursdays,
yeah. So Tuesday or even Wednesdays, definitely going to be a good time before we start to see any kind of rain chances, but definitely take advantage of the weather that we have right now.
I will be lacing up my hiking boots. Thanks, Julian.
Of course.
Coming up in sports, Wisconsin men's basketball hits the road to face Illinois and will be without one of their key players. Jordan has those highlights coming up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Thick cut pork chops, 4 for just $5. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Round Roast, just $2.99 a pound. And Hy-Vee Bacon, only $2.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Find new experiences, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups or get $1,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
Attention mothers, did you take Tylenol or other acetaminophen pain-relieving products while pregnant? Recent evidence suggests children whose mothers took Tylenol while pregnant may be more likely to develop autism. Other acetaminophen products at risk include Excedrin, NyQuil, Dayquil, and other store-brand pain relievers. Children with autism have a hard time interacting with others. Those on the spectrum usually begin exhibiting social symptoms by the time they're 8 to 10 months old. Call now for a free confidential consultation.
Please call 800-379-7867.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
Don't miss the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, just $2.88 a pound. Fresh chicken breasts, just $1.68 a pound. And fresh Verlasso Atlantic salmon portions, only $3.98. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
Basketball is off
off to their best Big Ten start since the 2014-2015 season with that 3-0 conference record. Now the challenge lies in going on the road and being without their leading scorer, Tyler Wall. Wall still battling an ankle injury that he suffered just a few nights ago in UW's border battle win. So it's next man up as Wisconsin faces Illinois. First half, not a lot of separation on the scoreboard, but a clutch up and in from Chucky Hepburn gives Bucky the lead. Well, minutes later, Jordan Davis gets the jumper and the foul to pad UW's slight lead. Well, the Illini, they start heating up close to halftime. Jaden Epps is going to drain a go-ahead triple, and things did not get any better in the second half for the Badgers. Overall, they were 28 of 64 from the field, only managed 8 threes. Wisconsin falls 79-69 as Illinois picks up its first conference win of the season. The Badgers are back home on Tuesday night to host Michigan State. For the first time in 48 days, the Badger women's hockey team gets to play a game on their home ice. Fresh off their first shutout loss of the season, the squad returned to LeBron today, ready to get back in the win column. Hosting 8th-ranked Minnesota Duluth this weekend, the last time these teams faced each other, they split the series. Badgers knocking on the door early first period. They are struggling to bury one until Caroline Harvey fires from the blue line, and that puck actually tips off of Casey O'Brien for the first goal of the game. That score holds until the start of the second period when UMD ties it up. Well, the Badgers are just trying to get that go-ahead, but Emma Soderberg is locked in between the pipes. The Bulldogs end up taking the series opener 3-1. Game 2 is set for tomorrow at noon. Badger men's hockey made a statement in their series opener with Notre Dame. 2-0 shutout. Well, tonight things are going a little differently. At first intermission, the Badgers trail by 4 goals. We're going to have highlights later at 10. Packers hit their stride at the right time this season. After being 4-8 at one point this year, being counted out each week, they've managed 4 straight wins and just need 1 more to be playoff bound. Now, this team has talked about coming together, staying positive, plus learning from all the challenges this season has brought them. Now it's just about finishing the job under the lights at Lambeau.
We got a lot of momentum. I think momentum is a really powerful thing. I think belief's a real powerful thing. And I think everybody in the locker room and, that's a part of this really believes that we can do it. And so, I think we've been sticking together when times have been hard. There've been some games we've won and we've been down and come back. And, different guys have made a bunch of plays throughout that. So really a big team effort.
Kickoff is set for tomorrow night at 7:20.
Guys, it's been a while since we've all been
here together. Sharing a desk, I know.
Happy New Year, guys. It's nice to see you again.
You were on a mountain.
I was on a mountain.
That's where you were.
I was not on the Wisconsin mountain. I did enjoy a nice little ski trip back home in Maryland, which was a lot of fun with a lot of my friends. We got to snowboard. I'm not a skier. I'm a snowboarder. That was a lot of fun. First day was a little rough. The second day...
We're not getting better. Yeah.
Oh, second day we were able to ride down. It was a lot of fun, but outside of that, it was a great time away.
I've been watching the new Disney Plus show with Jimmy Chen where he talks about like all the extreme athletes. And last night I was watching an episode and this woman skis down like actual mountains. Like she'll go to Alaska and ski down these huge mountains.
Super steep.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, the hardest part for me is getting off the lift.
I can't even do. Oh no, I know I can't get off the lift. No chance. Yeah, no, it's not a good time.
It's a lot more challenging than people think.
I can be a great cheerleader. I'll cheer for you guys.
That's how people know I'm from Texas. When
I'm from Florida, so yeah.
But we're not really getting much snow here, though. No skiing or snowing here, at least right now.
That's the thing, snow lovers. This is not a forecast for you because it's going to be cloudy, but temperatures are going to be well too warm for us to really see any kind of snowfall. We're going to be seeing that real dry and mild pattern for the next few days, but Thursday and Friday might start to see a couple of flakes, but overall it's going to be a little bit on the mild side, above average for the next few days.
All right, thanks, Joan, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here at 10 with more news.